Hey everybody, this is Scott Mann, CEO and founder of the Stability Institute and author of the upcoming book Game Changers. I was just down in the out in Seattle doing some training out here, and I was just down in the hotel gym there on the treadmill watching the aftermath of this horrible attack in Peshawar, Pakistan, and a couple of things just came to mind that I wanted to push out on this blog. The first thing is that the Tehrik-i Taliban said that this attack was in response to the Pak military attacks into the federal areas of Pakistan where the tribes are. And I think it's just further affirmation that this top-down stuff, this top-down projection of power from the state, whether it's the U.S. doing it in counterinsurgency or the Pak military into tribal areas, it doesn't work. It allows these violent extremists to bury into the local populace like a tick and a shaggy dog. It just doesn't work. The second thing that I think we need to take note of is that just because these guys live in tribal areas, they're by no means backward, and their ability to reach well beyond tribal areas and project violence into the deepest areas that we deem safe are unbelievably good. If you look at their ability to strike into the Pakistani neighborhoods, now into their schools, we need to take note of that these guys are able to project power and violence anywhere in the world. Which brings me to kind of three things that I think we need to start doing as leaders, and I'm calling on the leaders to do this. First of all, we need to start calling these guys out. It's not just enough to condemn them, in public with a public statement. These guys are murderers, and they need to be called out for it. And every citizen of the world needs to call out for that. Anyone in favor of civil society needs to do that. There's no religious overtones to what these guys are doing. Anyone that kills children in this vein is a murderer, and they need to be called out for it. Number two is we need to find ways to fight these guys from the bottom up. We've got to find resilient clans and tribes in these areas that will push back and fight against these guys, and they're out there. We've got to get in there, live among these folks, and do it. It's just the way it is. And the final thing is we need to take note of this attack against the school. We need to take note of this recent hostage situation in Sydney, Australia. These guys are bent on projecting violence into the areas that are closest to us. And for our military and for our leadership, we need to be paying attention to our military families and make sure that we're hardening our defenses against even their most vulnerable areas, because these guys learn from each other and they're always trying to one-up each other. And there's no limit to what they'll do here. So it's time for us to wake up, stop calling this stuff workplace violence, and get serious what we're up against. Until next time, this is Scott Mann, CEO of Stability Institute. Thanks for watching.